Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today I'm going to be sharing with you the uses of a turbo controller in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, a turbo controller, it can have many uses, and it's basically, I used to have one of these when I was younger, and I actually never knew what it did. I never understood what is a turbo controller. It doesn't make sense to me. From what I understand, I'm still not the best with this. I've got one right here. It's quite a cheap controller. It was like 20 quid. You press turbo and you press the button that you want it to spam, and it will press that button over and over and over again for you. It's as simple as that. And that has uses in Sword and Shield. You might have seen Jaywitz, because turbo controllers aren't usable in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. He had to make some sort of like auto pressing thing for trading Raichus, I think it was he was trying to get, or you know, just spam over and over and over essentially. He had to manually make one because Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee only allowed you to use Joy-Cons, and Joy-Cons don't have turbo options. But this turbo controller can be used with Pokemon Sword and Shield because it is officially licensed by Nintendo. It is a Hori Nintendo Switch controller, and it's got a turbo button on it, and you can use and abuse that in Sword and Shield. And let me make this clear: it's officially licensed by Nintendo. It isn't something like breaking the rules. None of that. It's an officially licensed controller, and they should have expected this to be used. So I wanted to just kind of talk about what I use it for personally, and maybe give some ideas what you could use it for. But this is what I personally use it for. So a big question I get in my live streams. I'm gonna try and link this controller in the description. I bought it from Game, which is a UK store. I don't know where you could find it in America, but it's this specific controller. This is the one I use. I'll try and leave a link to it in the description for Americans or whatever. It's quite a cheap controller, cheaper than a Pro controller. I use okay. I'm getting sidetracked. What I use it for is the digging duo. That's essentially what I use it for. The digging duo, they save your game there's a lot of dialogue that you have to go through. So rather than talking to them myself and spamming A or spamming right trigger, I just get the turbo controller to do it. I use the exploit, which that's a whole video on its own, to be honest. You basically use your watts, and you can turn it into fossils and bottle caps. I'm going to show you. I've got 239 bottle caps. This looks hacked, but this is all legit. This is all from farming the digging duo. You can get a lot of rare bones and comet shards, and that's why my money is so high. People are like, how do you get your money so high? I just sell all the items I get from the digging duo. Well, not all of them. I personally sell like the evolution stones. You don't need 200 evolution stones. I have 200 evolution stones. I've got 400 wishing pieces from this too. I don't have to buy wishing pieces. Yeah, I've got like 47 sunstones because I have so much money that I don't want to sell them and get nothing from it. You know what I mean? Like I have so much. I've got 191 shiny stones. Like I've still got to sell them. But yeah, this is a good way to make money too. Obviously buying luxury balls and selling them is more money efficient. You'll get a lot more money from that method. But if you want to, like, say for example, shiny hunt the fossils, which we'll get onto in a minute, this is a good way to do it. This is you look how many fossils I've got. I'm ready to hunt them. I'm ready to hunt. Bottle caps is the main reason I do this though. Bottle caps, and you get shards. So here's the digging duo. You find them from this part of the wild area right here, and essentially you just come up to them. I personally use the guy on the left because the guy on the left, I'm going to disconnect the internet because the wild area is really laggy unless you're off the internet. Yeah, so personally what I do is you're going to go ahead and press turbo and press A at the same time, and that will do one setting, and then the other setting you just press the same thing again, and I'm not touching the controller. You can see the green light going. It's just pressing A for me. I use the guy on the left because he gives you more valuable items. The guy on the right gives you more quantity. I think I don't know. I've just been using the guy on the left the whole time. I couldn't tell you if the guy on the right is maybe better, but I think the guy on the left is better personally. I just got a wishing piece. I'm not touching it. This is a live recording. I'm not touching it. It's just doing it by itself, and that is the beauty of the turbo controller. That's what it does. Of course, you'd have to sink money into it. It's 20 quid. It might be not, this might not be worth your money. You're like, I don't want to spend 20 quid just to farm items, whatever. The other function I use it for, or I'm going to use it for, is Route 6. There's that person that revives fossils. Now I'm going to save before I do this because I actually don't want to waste any fossils. But this lady right here, she will revive fossils for you. And to be honest, I want to say she gives me the fossil I want right away, just by talking to her. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Set. Now it's going green, and now she's just reviving fossils for me. So whenever I do my live stream for shiny hunting the fossils, this is how I'm going to be doing it. So yeah, she gives me Dracozolt. If you want a specific fossil, the only recommendation I can really give is I guess you can make it so I guess you can just release or sell the fossils you don't want. So say you wanted Arctozolt or whatever, just sell the other 2 fossils you don't want to fuse, and then just make it spam A on the fossil you want. But luckily for me, the fossil I want is the one that is the first option, so I got lucky in that sense. But yeah, those are the 2 main functions of the turbo controller in Pokemon Sword and Shield. You can also use them in other games. Like I personally use this controller in Crash Team Racing. That's why I bought it. Yeah, another thing that my friend Toby suggested is that you could use it for like breeding. I personally not really looked into that too much, but you can you could like tie an elastic band around your joysticks and then have it spam A. So you're cycling around and around in the wild area, and you are hatching eggs just while you, like, say you want to go AFK for like a 5, it will hatch your eggs for you if you just make it spam A. That's another function, because if you just put your Joy-Cons, like if you put your joysticks in like this, you kind of just run around in a circle. So you can do that with an elastic band and just have the controller spamming B or A or whatever you want to use. That's another function, but be careful. This Q-Fin's gonna battle me if I'm not careful. Yeah, so I figured I'd just share that with you guys because this is a thing that kind of blew a lot of people on my live stream's mind. They were just like, turbo controllers? I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy. And yeah, you can use them in Sword and Shield, which is something I was really excited for. If you have any other suggestions as to what we could use it for, then please let us know in the comments. Breeding, I'm not entirely sure. Besides the running around in circle with an elastic band, I'm not exactly sure how it could work there. But yeah, the turbo controller can have many functions, and those are the main 2 though. The digging duo, very OP with the turbo controller. Definitely, if you're looking to grind like a lot of bottle caps and stuff like that, I recommend it. I'm set for life with bottle caps and fossils, man. I'm ready. But yeah, hopefully this helps you. Like I said, I'm gonna leave links in the description to the turbo controller if I'm able to, and yeah, have fun farming, man. You can go to bed and wake up with an inventory full of fossils. It's magical. Catch you guys later. Bye bye.